Hello, hello, hello. It is Champions League day. It is Champions League night. It is Liverpool, Napoli, Spurs. Are they going to go through Inter Bayern? A game that has no taste because both teams are through. Today is the day, is the Anfield day again. But Spurs is the talking point. Can Conte get these boys firing in Marseille? Can they go through? Are they going to go out? Are they going to go to the Europa League? Can they go first? Is pressure on Conte, even in Champions League, the guy that doesn't go through. He didn't go through with Inter. And we'll see if he can do it with Spurs. I got a great show with you. I got Cass, we got Sean. We'll talk about all the Champions League games. We'll see how it's going to go. We're going to review the games. But first, before I do anything, before I introduce my guests, we need to do something. Hit that like and then listen to this beautiful, beautiful intro. I'm here with Sean from Spurs Talk Show. Sean is here. How are you? How is your day? Are you like calm now? Are you nervous a little bit? Are you scared?
Hang on. My internet's already crapping. You still there, bro?
I can hear you. I can hear you very well.
Oh, there you go. Sorry. Say that again, mate. Say that whole thing again.
I can hear you. Are you calm? Are you like nervous? Are you scared today?
No, I'm a little bit of everything, mate. Every time I think about the consequences and the kind of magnitude of the situation, I get a little butterfly in my stomach, But that's what, that's what we're playing Champions League level football for. That's what the whole, excitement around getting top four in the first place was for. I didn't expect us to have this kind of final, if you like, so early in the Champions League, especially after the group we got. We should have done a lot better than we have, but. Look, it's there's so much to play for, so much to discuss, and unfortunately, with Conte not being on the sideline, it adds a whole nother level of complexity for us today. But yeah.
Let me go through some comments. Chelsea OG is here. I've already written them off top four. Sid is here. Fede Valverde is here. Don't rule out Liverpool yet of top four. Yes, history has showed us. Yes, you're absolutely 100% correct. Boys, let's get these likes running. Thank you. Boogermant and D1 Mill is here as well. Alec Abri 6 TM is here with us. I see new faces. Panov, so afternoon, fellas. Thank you so much. Bailey is here as usual. Make sure to hit that like button, people. Cass is gonna be here soon, and we'll talk. I'm not sure his team is not in the Champions League. I'm not sure why he's gonna be here, but he's gonna be here anyway. Osman is here. Okay, Splashnet. Igal talks football. You are going to lose, mate. He is telling Spurs fans they are going to lose. They can't wait for you to go to the Europa League. Imagine if you lose. You know that if you lose, you don't go to Europa League. You know that, right? I'm going to come to that later. Sean is frozen. Active Gunner is here. Bailey is here as well. Elias is here. No Kulusevski, no Romero, no Richarlison. You are in trouble. Gunaville is here as well. Gunavittel is here as well. Samuel is here. It's a lot of comments, people. And Gun Ben 94 is here. Backup for never a foul. Thank you so much. I want to start at one place. Spurs against Marseille in the Velodrome. It is like, listen, I want to talk about, like, now no Romero, no Richarlison, no Kulusevski. Where is the creativity coming from? You've been relying on set pieces. You've been relying on, like, I want to say, like, passion. You're not being relying on beautiful football. You're not been relying on like something from the training ground and stuff. I know that set pieces are part of the training, but I want to see, like, stuff happening between I want to see the Kane that I saw before.
Yeah.
So, I'm not seeing this, and today you will need it. You will need it for sure.
Yeah, mate. Listen, it's a terrifying kind of I guess, a paradigm or like a paradox rather that we're in right now. You know, that, like sometimes you could say, you know what, we'll figure it out at the top end. Sonny and Kane will find a way to make it work. But I'm terrified at the back because look, we haven't got Romero, so we've got, you know, we either got to experiment again and start with Dyer on the right, because against Bournemouth, Sanchez was absolutely appalling. He got hooked at like the 50th minute, and we played Dyer on the right hand side with Longley in the middle, which was an experiment in and of itself, and then Davies on the left. I would probably prefer us to do that, but that was like, it worked, but only against Bournemouth. So against Marseille, it's a whole another affair. I really don't trust Sanchez. So there's problems at the back. That would lead me to think that maybe Conte and Stellini, the assistant manager, are going to say, well, let's protect the back and go to a 3-5-2 because we don't need to win. But when we do the 3-5-2 and you have Bissouma and Højbjerg and Bentancur, or any variation of the four, if you throw Skip in and one of those other guys aren't playing, then you know you rely on the wing backs to do it, and the wing backs aren't doing it. Like Doherty and Emerson Royale can't do it; they just aren't good enough. Perisic for me is, you know, he seems like he's. I know he's very good with his set pieces and his corners. I've got no problem with him, but he seems like he runs with the ball, and it almost feels like he's just paying lip service to finish the move. He doesn't really feel like there's any intent or direction with his crossing sometimes, and he feels like he's just going through the motion. So, listen, I'm absolutely terrified. If we go to the 3-5-2, I think we're really, really going to struggle because Sonny and Kane will get left alone unless you see Højbjerg move forward or Bentancur drift forward. But even then, I still feel like it's a problem. And so then you go, okay, let's go 3-4-3, and let's look for some sort of Ajax night moment from a Lucas Moura or a Brian Hill if he's going to start. I don't think he will. I think it'll be Brian Hill if they were to go 3-4-3. But then, like, Lucas Moura is one of these players that he either looks busy doing nothing, or he can completely go missing when he's played on the right-hand side. If you play him in the 10 in the center, he gets more involved and gets more active. But whether or not he turns up is a flip of a coin. And usually, you know, you want him to land on heads. Usually it lands on tails with him. So we're going to look for Sonny and Kane to find some chemistry. But this season, they haven't had any. I'm really worried. You know, I started off the show by saying I'm excited and nervous and all that stuff. But actually, I think this could be a really embarrassing, horrendously sad night for Tottenham Hotspur.
The man is here, the man without Champions League football. They can't hide anymore. They're going to be in the Champions League next year. I promise you this. Based on the football they're playing, they're going to be in the Champions League.
We've got a Newcastle fan coming in. We've got a Newcastle fan coming in, have we?
No. Oh, come on. Don't disrespect my guy here. He goes to every game, man. And this guy is, he's the only one yet from the Man United fans that haven't said we're going to make Champions League. Come on.
Hey, you think I'm not going to come in here and find the Spurs slander a little bit, man? You lot are fucking losing, bruv. Let me tell you that for free. Like, I cannot wait to hear your voices at the end, and see if you lot are going to come out your shows. Like, honestly,
I'll always turn up. I'll always turn up.
Your Europa League is pending, whether you like it or not. It's coming, and you're going to lose in that too, and it's going to be even more funny. That's all I'm going to say for that.
Look, to be honest, for me, all I care about is getting.
I have to say something, Kes.
Sorry, go on. Sorry, man.
I have to say something, Sean. Actually, I'm looking at the group. Actually, Europa League is not on the table for them. They can't go. They can't go to the Europa League. They can't.
Who can't?
Spurs. It's
Why
either because it's either they go out. You cannot. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Just I'll explain it to you. Okay. You have in this group. So if you not look at the group, you are top. Okay, with 8 points. You play Marseille. If you draw, Sporting play Eintracht Frankfurt. You're gonna go either first or second, depending on if they both draw. You go first. If one of them win, you go second. Okay. If you lose that game, Marseille will be 9 points, so they will be ahead of you. Yeah. And either one of the other guys, oh no, you can go to the Europa League. I didn't know that.
Yeah. No, the only way we get dumped out.
There's only one result is that if they both draw.
If Marseille beat us 3-0 or more, or by more than 3 goals, and the other two teams draw, then I think we can get dumped out.
If they draw you, no. If they win against you, it's not goal difference. It's head to head.
Yeah, that's true because Marseille will go for it. Yeah, so I think we go. I think
Yeah.
we're third. I don't think we can go out. I think we're third or
No, you
second.
can't. I tried to work out yesterday.
You
I was
can't.
hoping
You
that you
can't.
could get dumped
that's
out, but you
kinda,
can't.
they
Yeah.
Yeah,
cannot.
they can't go out. They're going to be in Europa League. It don't matter. It's already final anyways. But look, you're at Marseille. France is going to be toxic as fuck. You lot don't really do well away. I'm pretty sure they can definitely get like a 1-0 result. And I don't think there's going to be any Spurs siege mentality. And that's just me being biased. And I can't wait. Like, honestly, I'll be watching it later and I can't wait. You're lucky I'm not even there for Sunday either for rivals, so it's going to be even worse. So
listen, but Tottenham in the Champions League, we find a way. Like against Man City away, we found a way when we looked like it was bleak. We found a way against Ajax when it looked like it was bleak.
Oh, we're talking history now. I thought I was History FC here. Look at what we're doing. Wow.
Listen, we can find a way. It's going to be a tough night. It's going to be a really tough night, but we can find a way. What I want to see Tottenham do is not be a second half team. If we have to wait to go 1-0 down and then chase the game, it's going to be another roller coaster of emotions and a nightmare. And I can't stand, my blood pressure's too high anyway. I want us to go after it in the first half, try and get a lead, and then maybe sit back. Or even then, I don't particularly like the idea of that. But like, get something to protect. This idea that we like preserve energy in the first half and then go after it in the second. The benefits don't outweigh the costs if you end up going 1 or 2-0 down in the first half, like we've been doing recently against Newcastle, against Arsenal, against Bournemouth. Generally speaking, like it's okay to preserve energy, but as long as you still got something to protect, and then if you don't, then it doesn't work. And
mate, you're gonna need extra fit condoms today, honestly, yeah. Because let me just tell you this for free. What Conte is 100% going to do, yeah, is try to protect that back four with the worst rubbers in the world. He's just going to think, yeah, you know what? Protect that back five. He's just going to go defensive. He's just going to think, all I need to do, sit back and counter-attack as much as possible. It's Conte, right? You need just a draw to go through. And I don't think he cares if he's finishes first or second, as long as he's through to the Champions League, which I'm pretty sure Daniel Levy has probably highlighted that you need to be making that target, to be fair. Even though Conte probably doesn't.
If Tottenham make it through to the last 16, like a lot of people in my community are trying to figure out who do you would get if you finish first, second. Like, obviously, we'd rather finish first because it's probably an easier tie in the last 16. But ultimately, I don't think it matters. I think if we get through to the last 16, that's about right for Tottenham. It's par for the course. It's about anything beyond that, quarterfinals or further, and it's been an overachievement. But if we don't get through this group, it's a massive failure and a massive. It'll be an embarrassing night. And so for me, I make you right. I do think that's the way Conte will set up. The problem I have is that, like, Conte's inability to make decisions, we have to hand it over to some fella called Stellini, who's our assistant manager. I have no idea what his thoughts
He's
would
good.
be.
He's good. He's good. I'm coming from the other side, and I'm telling you, he's good. He got a red card.
Oh yeah, he's not even. That's even worse.
Yeah.
It's actually. I'll tell you what. It actually sometimes it works for the best. Him shouting on the sideline, sometimes it doesn't hurt. But anyway, listen, it's a slow burn. Now we got about 90 people here, but we only are 57 likes, people. Please show us some respect and hit that like button. If you are here, that means you like us a little bit, even a little bit. So please,
even sure,
hit that. Listen, Uncle Sharma is backing me up. He's telling me Stellini had 100% record at Inter when Conte was suspended sometime. Right, we got 100 people. So 100% record at Inter, this guy Stellini. So you have nothing to worry about. But anyway, I want to ask you the last thing before we move on to Liverpool and we talk about Anfield and all this stuff, is that what are you going to tell us, Sean, if Spurs come first in the Champions League and you're third in the league? What are you going to tell this guy, Cass? What are you going to tell Cass?
Can't tell me shit. They're just there to participate. It's like winning
for real. I
just
want to, because he's coming here slandering you. But if you finish today first in your group and you're third in the league, what are you telling these guys?
No, I'll be sending him like some beef bourguignon and some like Dauphinoise potatoes in the post so he can chow down on that French dinner. Because I think it's outrageous, mate, that you sit there slandering me when even though Man United are having the best start to their season in whatever it is, half a decade, and you think you're doing bits, even if you win your game in hand, you're still behind the team that can't put together, what was it you said? Extra strong condoms. Extra strong condoms. We got the worst defence in the top 6. We got the worst injury crisis. We got a manager who can't stay without a red card for more than a couple of weeks. And you're still behind us. And you're still playing on Thursday.
Sean, you know what I love the beauty about this, about Spurs. You know what I love about the Spurs fans, they all do this. It's not one, it's a collective, Other than Stelios, that Barca bastard. Yeah. Let me tell you for free right now. After this week, all I'm going to be hearing is Conte out and Levy out. I'm going to see a cry from Danny in the group chat. We're going to probably see that. I can't remember the woman's name, trying to say be positive and all that kind of stuff. Mr. Box Office, thinking he's Mr. Box Office, even though he's just loud. Who else is there? What else is there? They're probably going to drop points against Liverpool. They're going to be in the Europa League. Then Man United have a game in hand. If we win, we'll be like probably, it could be on points or maybe a point behind if they get a draw.
And you're still playing on Thursdays, though. You're still playing on Thursday.
And they're going to be in the same position as us and worse because they still can't play sustainable football. That's the reality of Tottenham. And all I'm going to say, you're going to see a big shift in the next not even 7 days. Give it 5-6 days.
Maybe
it's going to be all over.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. All those things might transpire. But if it does transpire, then there's a consequence of a team like Tottenham having all the problems that we're having, not getting out of second gear. But just in case any one of those little things doesn't happen, like if we don't lose tonight, or if we don't drop points against Liverpool, or whatever happens to Manchester United, we are still ahead of you in every single scenario. And we're not even out of second gear. It's only Tottenham. Roy,
imagine this, yeah.
Tottenham, still ahead of you.
This. So one sec. So one sec. Let me get this straight, yeah. My manager hasn't even been at the club for 1 whole year, right? Not even a year yet. Month. We're talking many less months than your manager, right? And you're telling me it's taking you 13 games or something like that just to get out of your fucking second gear, bro. There is something wrong with that. And then my manager is getting us out of first gear when we was probably in the worst scenario with Harry Maguire after the Brentford.
You're in top speed.
No, we're not in top speed. No, we're not though, because we're not. Do you know why? Because like every other club, I'm not complaining about injuries, but you are. So we don't even have
you haven't had 14 injuries to the top 16 players.
Oh, whatever, bro. We haven't had no strike for all season. We've had the hardest run out of every club, if you want to call it the big six, going forward so far. So we still got that. You still got Man City to play twice. So again,
I'm just saying, you at home though. We got to play Arsenal at home. We got to play West Ham at home, Chelsea at home, Newcastle away.
I don't mind playing you guys at home. Honestly, I really don't. Like,
I can't wait for that
toilet bowl. I can't wait to shit in that toilet bowl of a stadium. It's a good stadium. By the way, it's a good stadium. By the way, it looks really good. Like, but from above, it looks like a.
I'll be surprised if your stadium's still standing by this time.
Anyways, look, Marseille is going to take a dump on your team. They're going to send it in the post in a helicopter and drop it through that toilet bowl hole and say, "Eat that one." That's all they're going to say.
Fair enough. Look, listen, it's either going to be, I can't wait to come on your show whenever it is, whenever I'm next on Sunday. It's either going to be a horrible experience for me or it's going to be a horrible experience for you. Like, both things can't be true at the same time. Either Tottenham are going to survive and do the bits.
It can't be a horrible experience for me. I don't have the expectations that you do for your club, for them, for my club. I told you, I'll give you my verdict next Monday. Right now, I don't have no things. Right now, like everyone said, Man United fans, we don't care what happens this season. As long as we see performances, don't really mind it.
Yeah, but I think you're confusing banter with expectation. I know where Tottenham are. I know we're punching above our weight.
I know banter of expectation as well.
Listen, we'll find out what happens. If Tottenham find a way to get it done tonight, I take it you boys are streaming at some point this evening, right? You're streaming 24 hours a day, basically.
Not this evening. No. There will be changes after the World Cup, but other than that, no, not 2 streams today. We've got more important stuff to do tonight.
Fair enough. Then, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
I love it though, guys. It's always good banter. We'll see what happens in about 5 hours.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like you're going to get replaced by Newcastle at some point as the big six, so we won't be seeing you no more. Bye.
Wait about you. Get rid of Monts first before you get rid of me. Liverpool should be. You should have a stream with Liverpool fans, Fulham fans, and maybe an Aston Villa fan thrown in there or something.
You really are not scared, maybe. Sean? You really are not scared to be replaced by Newcastle?
No, I know. I on the show Football Terrace, I put in a super chat saying I think it's crazy to even write them off. They're playing 1 game a week at the moment. They've got all of their players have acclimated in. They've got a good manager. Well, they're not going to play 2 games a week this season.
I'm sorry, Sean. If I'm going to pick a team to be replaced in the next 5 years, not in the next 5 years, to be replaced from the top 6 is going to be Spurs. You know?
Yeah, maybe. And it will be
big enough.
Especially if you go back to hiring not like top managers and stuff, because Liverpool are gonna They're going to spend some money. They're going to hire top managers. But it's a segue to Liverpool. But before that, 120 people here, guys. Get these likes to 100, please. It's a slow burner where the viewers are coming in. A lot of people are here to talk about Liverpool, Napoli, Anfield, Inter, Bayern. We talked about Spurs. And Sean is casting that Spurs are going out. I'm not sure if they're going to go up. But because I can't put my finger on, okay, where is this Spurs? Who's going to turn up from this Spurs team? I can't find out.
This is where you need your big players. Harry Kane needs to fucking
exactly.
turn
Thank you,
and
Cass.
Spurs. That's what he needs.
The bookmakers make us favourites. I'm not entirely sure why.
Yes, I can't sit here and say that other than George, who thinks he is calm and stuff. I can tell you that every Spurs fan is very nervous and they don't trust the team to go through. They don't.
Yeah, for sure.
They don't trust the team to go through. So
we got Abdi, man. Make sure you like that video as well, man. My guys.
Yeah.
All my guys, make sure you like that video.
So
76 likes. But yeah, Liverpool, man. Let's go to Liverpool because you know what's mad? Yeah, I made the thumbnail for today. Yeah, I'm proud of it. I'm very proud of it. I've done a little bit more.
Fantastic.
I'm actually getting used to editing. I'm getting used to editing. I'm going to be editing up new videos. I'm going to be making
thumbnail, guys. Look at this.
Yeah. So even the background of the smoke and everything. So I used what Suits created, but into something else. But Suits is the genius, actually the madman behind it. But I'm learning editing and everything alongside it. So when we eventually put out other videos, I'm learning how to do stuff, sounds, videos, cutting, captions, etc., just for the improvement for the show. Maybe some shorts can go out as well, like early morning in the shorts on a Monday, if guys would like that in the comments that are watching right now. But with the chat, Liverpool, I'm thinking, you know what sparked into my mind is that Liverpool, they outdone the odds. They beat Man City, and I think that kind of sparked things for me. Fuck the Nottingham Forest result and fuck the other result against Leeds right now. In the Champions League, they smashed Rangers. Napoli didn't smash Rangers like that. He also fucked up Ajax. And Champions League's a different hungry game than the Premier League right now. They're probably more hungry to play this game than they are the other games. So for me, I'm thinking if we remember this point in time, they were like 3-0 down or some crap like that to Barcelona. And then Barcelona came back to their stadium and you saw what happened. I get it was a different time, different Liverpool and everything like that.
Talking history, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, no, of course we are. We have to because the relevance of heritage that your club doesn't have, by the way. So, and I'm saying the glory of being in that kind of stadium of Anfield, the 12th man in the crowd, like Liverpool I think Liverpool can win 3-0. I think it's a possibility they can win 3-0 to get over the line. I'm not going to write off Napoli though because they got pretty much the best in lots of departments. It'll be hard, it'll be a great game. But I'm just saying what I'm thinking about is that Liverpool can potentially get one over the line and get to that first place because if they finish second and they have to come against the Bayerns and stuff, that's when I feel like, you know what, I'm gonna write them off now. But it's a bit of Anfield hype. There is Anfield hype to that element.
3-0's not enough, is it? 3-0
is not enough.
No, 3-0 is enough. On a head-to-head, it is. Why it is? They won 4-1. 3-0 gets you over that line.
There is no goal.
Because of the clean sheet.
But away goal doesn't count now in Champions League.
No, but in head, no. But I'm talking about head-to-head. I'm talking about head-to-head.
Is it head-to-head is going to be the same, 4-1 and 3-0?
Yeah, because 4-1, 3-0 is better than 4-1 because they conceded that.
But that's away goal. That's away goal.
I read it up. That's what I read it up. They need 3-0 to top the group. Because that's going to be the.
I thought the away goal is gone.
I'm not too sure. No, I don't know if it's gone for the groups. I know they made it different, but I read up that they need 3 goals to get through this group to top it, and that's why because they got the away because of the 4-1 at Napoli.
You're telling me that Napoli are gonna go to Anfield?
But what happened? Okay, ask me this then as well. Then
score a goal.
But the thing is, I don't know. That's what I don't know. Anfield is not. Look, we thought Haaland was gonna go score goals there, but he didn't.
Yeah, but they defended Liverpool. Do you think Liverpool are gonna? Okay, let's talk tactically then. You think Liverpool are gonna defend against Napoli like what they did against City? You know, Napoli prefer a counter-attack in football. So the difference is they're gonna leave high line with Osimhen, and I doubt that Napoli will even play their first because they have an Atalanta game in the weekend, which is very important. Atalanta is second.
Would Liverpool play their first team?
Huh?
Yes.
But
yes,
would Liverpool play their first team when they got Tottenham on the weekend?
Liverpool,
exactly.
They don't have an option, Sean. They don't have an option.
Tottenham on the weekend. Did you not hear?
Yeah, but Liverpool desperate. But our Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool plays Sunday. Liverpool plays Sunday.
Yeah,
it's
that's true.
Tuesday today.
Yeah,
Napoli plays Saturday. So there are 5 days difference. They have 5 days already. So they can afford to play everybody. I think I think Napoli are gonna score at least a goal, and that will have to.
So what happens if they win 3-0 on a head-to-head? Technically, on
I'm
that side,
looking
then
it
it goes
up.
to goal
Can you
difference.
talk? I'm gonna look it up. You guys like keep going about Liverpool because the lineup.
Look, there'd have to be some sort of differentiator. Even if,
I'll tell
if
you
away
then.
goals
Yeah,
doesn't matter, it would
goes
have
to
to go
goal
to something
difference.
else.
Goal difference.
And what's their goal difference?
It goes after head-to-head. It goes to goal difference. I'm going to get up now so people can see.
I am looking it up. It's goal difference in the head-to-head. Yes. I'm not gonna show it because it's in the.
Yeah, well, but Napoli have got a plus 16 goal difference. So then if they lose 4-0 or 3-0, then they go to plus 13, and Liverpool would go to plus 12. So
still not enough. That's why I say it needs to be
4-0.
Oh, they do need to win 4-0 to actually go past.
Yeah,
but it's going to be hard. They've only conceded 4 goals.
It is
this whole
goal
campaign.
difference in the head-to-head, and then goal scores in the. It's goals scored in the head-to-head.
No, wait. One sec. No, if they score 3, Liverpool will be on plus 12, and then if Napoli
concede 3, be on plus
13. They'll be on plus. Oh, they'll win plus 13. Shit.
Yeah,
so they have to win 4. It has to be a 4-0 then.
4-0, yeah.
It has to be. Oh my god, that's going to be a tough.
And
one.
I think that's too tough. So I don't think Liverpool played their best team either on that basis.
I'm not being funny, but if Mo Salah turns up and Liverpool get a quick fire goal, it's a different story then, isn't it? You're telling me that Liverpool can't be 2-0 up against Napoli by half time at Anfield? Yes, they can. Yes, they can.
You want to tell me that they're going to win against the best team in Europe at the moment, 4-0?
I'm just saying, Champions League's a different thing, innit? I get it. Napoli are being great at the moment, but if you're telling me at Anfield can't happen on a 8 o'clock on a Tuesday night at Anfield, 2-0 up at half time, you can't call me crazy on that one.
The only way that happens is if Napoli play not even their second team. You know, their second team are amazing now. They are in form.
Tani and Dombele.
Not only like it's Raspadori, it's Politano, it's Simeone. Like their second team is very good. They play half the games in. You know that they won 13 games now on the bounce. 13 games, guys. 13 games in a row.
I think this is a silly. I don't even think Liverpool are going to be favourites to win the game, let alone to win 4-0.
They are not.
But how many times have we had that question come up before in our lifetimes?
But that's not the same Liverpool.
But how many times have there been underdog stories and then they just come back from nothing? It's like the Barcelona thing, and it's just like even other stories with other things. Real Madrid, even when they come back from nothing, was it Chelsea were 3-1 up or some shit? Look at that. I'm not saying Real
but
Madrid,
there's not that much riding
Liverpool.
on the game though. It's not like either team are going out, right? It's just like
but I feel like Klopp will. I feel like Klopp will definitely be installing it that they will definitely need to be finishing top of the group. But then again, if they do finish second, they can get an FC Porto. Maybe they can go get a Marseille or a Sporting when you guys get knocked out, or just somebody.
You know what the problem is? If they go second, I was with Grizz yesterday. We're previewing the game, and they can get PSG or Bayern Munich, Porto. It's the only team like Bayern. So PSG, Bayern, Real Madrid. It's ridiculous. Like if they come second, because they can't get any of the English teams. Which is City. They're not gonna get Spurs if they come first. So it's their hope is Porto. However, let me just say something here. Come February, you never know how Liverpool will look in February. They might have Luis Diaz back. Jota is gonna be back. Who knows how Van Dijk is gonna look at that point? If they're gonna strengthen in January, based on that everybody's saying that they're gonna get a midfielder in January. At that point, would you want to face Liverpool if you're a Bayern Munich, PSG? You don't want to.
No.
If you're
you never want to face Liverpool. Doesn't matter how bad Liverpool are. You never want to face Liverpool in the knockout stage of the Champions League ever.
I think that's what Gas is saying. The heritage, yes.
No, I don't ever want to face. Yeah, it doesn't matter who we go and sign in January. Everyone would look at Tottenham and think, "I'll take that if we get through."
I hope, for me, of course, as a United fan, I obviously hope Liverpool gets smashed. I just want them to keep going from worse to worse to worse. But at the same time, I'm not going to come on here and deny that there's possibilities and go with the whole scenario narrative. You have to flip it. You always have to flip a little bit. Like you think Napoli's going to smash them, everyone's going to think, but you have to flip the question. Otherwise, there's not much of a debate going on. And then at the end of the day, I don't care. Someone says, "I told you Napoli are going to get smashed." What does that information do for me? That makes me more happy that I was even wrong or thinking that there was something going to happen. So I'm in a winning situation regardless. And even if they do win, I'm in a winning situation. Why?
Because you're playing on Thursdays?
Them. Huh? Nah, well, well, Europa League looks tougher than the Champions League this year, but that's what I'm saying.
It does actually.
Keep telling yourself this, yes. Keep telling yourself this. Whatever makes you sleep at night, bro. Whatever makes you sleep at night, bro.
One sec. Hey, Mo, you keep telling me Man United is going to be in the Champions League next season. Are you going to be in the Champions League next season?
Yes.
Are you
Yes.
Are you confident enough? So you're telling me.
100%.
So wait, what? So let me get this straight. Before we get on, let's get on to Inter Milan in a sec. I'm gonna go on a Serie A table, yeah. With the
not Serie A table. I want you to clip this. Listen. I want you to clip this. Listen. Wait, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. I want you to clip this. Inter are gonna be in the Champions League next season.
Nice. I don't care about that. This is what I care about right now because we love talking about tables. So let's get to tables. Can you guys see this, by the way?
Oh, that table looks clearly? So unbelievably juicy. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
But do you see the winning streak? Do you see the winning streak? 4 games winning streak.
That's nice. I see 5-game winning streaks. I see a Milan that just lost out.
There is nobody in the league.
Wait, whoa, Mo, stop getting pressed now. You're getting a bit. I see the sweats. Okay. Look, what I'm seeing right now is that you could be on course. Look, I'm not being funny, yeah, but you talk about what Liverpool might look like in January, but what might Juve look like in January? Oh, another question. Love that. Anyways, Napoli, you're telling me Napoli, Atalanta, the way they're going, Milan, especially with their team that they got, Roma with Jose Mourinho.
Udinese could get up there. They're a good team as well.
Look, I think Udinese drop off. Lazio in and about. Lazio's always in and about. And then now we see Inter Milan near Juventus. And that's all I'm going to say. Are you telling me you're confident enough that Inter Milan's going to get Champions League football next season? Mo, yes. All I'm going to say, this time next year, if my club get Champions League, whether we do or don't, make sure you get Champions League football because I'll be coming for you. You understand? You will not live around.
We will make Champions League next year.
Praying mantis.
We will absolutely make Champions League next year. Only thing, we're going to ship Lukaku back to Chelsea because he's injured again. You know, he played less games this year than if any Inter fan in the chat because we tagged Inter worldwide. Listen, Lukaku, we're going to ship him back to... He came on, scored a beautiful goal, came on the weekend, played okay. This guy's injured again. He played less games than Dybala. Dybala that is made of glass. Lukaku played less game than him. And we are November. Is it November today? It's November.
November the 1st.
So we are basically about 2.5 months into the season. And Lukaku played less games than Dybala. It is astonishing. It is ridiculous. I'm glad that we scammed Chelsea for this guy. We got the 100 million and then we didn't pay enough back. But Inter Bayern Munich, there is this game. I think both teams are going to play a weakened team because Bayern Munich are going to be first, Inter going to be second. There is no point of playing anybody from the first team. Basically, it's gonna be.
Where is it? Is it at San Siro or is that the?
It's in the Allianz Arena.
Yeah, you might as well you lost. Might as well.
So there's no point of playing anything strong today. There is no point of playing any players today. The question is, how is that gonna affect the team? I don't think it's gonna affect any of them at all. I'm not sure if anybody. It's only Inter fans and Bayern fans are gonna tune into this game. To be honest, I think this is what I'm gonna
probably watch the. I'm probably gonna watch the Liverpool game and flick through the Tottenham game.
I'm gonna have 3 games. I'm gonna have 3 games on. I'm gonna have Liverpool. I'm gonna have Inter, and I'm gonna have Spurs. I'm not sure if there are any other games that are worth watching. There are games before that, which is Atletico Madrid. This group is already done, right?
Atletico is so shit, man. Honestly,
it's so bad. It's unbelievable.
The end of, I'm just going to say it now, man. It might be the end of Diego Simeone's era, man. You can't play this type of ball, let it be sustainable anymore. Honestly.
He has enough in the bank. That's the problem. He has enough in the bank. Look at the club before him and look at the club now. They won 2 leagues already, 2 Champions League finals. Look. I grew up when Atletico Madrid was like the history, like Liverpool. They all talk about the history of this club, like Aston Villa. You know what I mean? Aston Villa won the Champions League. They won the league before. And everybody's like, Aston Villa were great. We're great at one day. Now, this guy came in and made this club a bigger club. It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? Made them a bigger club. So he has enough in the bank because he made them a global force. People want to watch Atletico Madrid. Look at the money they have because they built a new stadium. The Wanda Metropolitano. It's a great stadium. But anyway, I don't like his coaching, the way he coaches the team, the way he sets up his team. But it's effective. It is very effective. 2 leagues in an era where Real Madrid and Barcelona were like top of the world, basically. 2 league titles, Champions League finals, and they were 1 minute away from winning it. I'm sorry. I have to show respect to this guy. I know a lot of people don't like him, but you have to show respect to him.
Oh, by the way, I ran the poll. Let me get it up. I think I just literally just ended it. I said, do you think Liverpool can top their group? 72% people said no, but there's actually a collective of 27% that said yes, they can top their group. Just letting you know. So I'm not the only one that thinks they can potentially top their group. Like, you just never know. You just don't know. Not like it means anything, but it can mean something going forward. You know, they might get Inter Milan again, might beat them again, you know, like.
They can't get Inter Milan, they're going to come second.
No, that's if they come first, they can get Inter Milan.
So let's talk about Liverpool a little bit. Let's continue talking about Liverpool.
No. You didn't talk about Inter Milan for long enough.
Okay. You wanna talk about Inter? Ask me a question. I'll answer it.
So Mo, favorably, after this, you finished second and everything. You got past the group. You're not gonna get another Bayern Munich at all. Who are you gonna get? That's gonna be top in the group. Because do you actually realistically think that you can actually go from round of 16 to the quarters of semis?
Yes. If we get Chelsea, we might go through. I'm gonna tell you that the top of the groups, right? If we get Chelsea, I think we can go to the second. I'm not as scared of Real Madrid at all, especially if I have all my players fit. I'm not scared of them. The only team, and I'm gonna say that again, the only team I don't want to face, the only team is Man City. The only team.
So you don't want to play Real Madrid? You're not scared of Real Madrid?
I'm not as scared of Real Madrid as Man City.
You know. Well, who else can you get other than Man City? And
PSG, of course. PSG.
You're not scared of PSG?
But let me tell you something. Are you sure that guys? Are you sure that PSG will finish first?
Or Benfica?
Exactly. I'm not scared of Benfica. So PSG play Juventus in Turin. Juventus would want to get a result to go to the Europa League because of the money, and also because each game in the Champions League is worth 3.5 million. Every win. Can Juventus win against PSG at the Allianz? Absolutely. They can get a draw. Yes. If Benfica win against Maccabi Haifa, which is most likely it's going to happen, Benfica go first.
Oh my God. Wait. If PSG beat Juve, I was going to say, if Maccabi Haifa decided to somehow beat Benfica, they could go to the Europa League. I can't believe this.
Exactly. Imagine Maccabi Haifa going to the Europa League.
My God, I
don't think it's going to happen. I think actually the more likely scenario, if you look at the odds, is Benfica going first. That means maybe we can see PSG Real Madrid, PSG Man City. And if PSG face Man City, I think the only team that can beat Man City is PSG.
Wait, PSG and Benfica have got different. Like PSG's got a goal difference of +8, right? And Benfica +4.
It's not about who wins and who loses. It's not about goal difference. It's about PSG playing Juventus in Torino.
Yeah, but if PSG win and Benfica beat and Benfica win, then PSG are still going to go
second.
Yes, no, PSG are going to go first
unless Benfica smash the other team like
exactly
6, 7 goals.
So it's everything like to play for in the final round. And I want to see PSG come second? Absolutely, I want to see PSG come second to avoid.
I'm not being funny, but if Maccabi Haifa can beat Juve 2-0 at their ground, I'm not being. Sorry, Maccabi Haifa beat Juventus at their ground. I'm pretty sure they can beat Benfica at their ground.
Well,
I'm pretty sure they can get something there. I'm pretty sure they're going to be up for getting Europa League place at least for their club.
But is PSG going to win? Is PSG going to win at the Allianz?
I think so. Look, Messi's on top form at the moment. Neymar, all them guys are on top form. Look, they're on top form, and Juventus are not. Regardless if it's in Turin or not, let's go. If you want to go back like a couple, let's see Juventus is. I'm just going to quickly check their results because they've only got 3 points. So if you're going back into the Juve, they beat Maccabi Haifa. That was the only win there. And other than that, when they lost every game. Benfica beat them 2-1 at their ground. So it's possible.
It is possible, but is it okay? If you're gonna draw a scenario, it might be a draw or something like this in Torino. It might be. Who knows? You know what I mean? But that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that maybe PSG can come second, and I would love that. I would absolutely love it if PSG comes second, because that means Benfica we can get Benfica, and PSG can take one of the giants, Real Madrid.
But Benfica have had like an amazing run, haven't they? They haven't lost a game for like forever.
Yeah, forever. Right? They haven't lost. But it's not about Benfica. It's about Juventus. The whole thing is about Juventus.
Okay, yeah, fine, okay.
It's about can Juventus turn up against PSG? That's the question.
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
But I'm saying in terms of like who gets Benfica. You're suggesting that you don't mind getting Benfica in the next round, but I don't think Benfica are pushover, right? They haven't lost a game.
They're not. Porto are not a pushover. But would you rather get Benfica or get Real Madrid, PSG, or Man City? I'm sure I would choose Benfica.
Yeah,
I'm sure I would choose Benfica.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's it, right? But going back to Barcelona again. We're counting, but Barcelona are out. They're going to go to the Europa League. I know it's not a Europa League stream, but are you a little bit worried about Barcelona going to the Europa League at all?
No, I'm not. Because with that defense, with the defense that they've got, anything's possible against that Barcelona team. Yeah, I'm not joking. They still got Lewandowski, Dembele. Of course, they got a good team that can keep the ball and everything. Like they're still doing well.
Barcelona aren't used to playing on Thursday nights. Kaz and Man United.
They did it last year,
days, so it's probably okay.
Not for long. Oh my God! All this talking. Oh my God! All these Spurs fans talking. Imagine if they don't make Champions League.
It's just banter. I'm taking advantage of the time left that I have.
Exactly.
To remind everybody.
even creeping in doubts already for him. Look, come on, it's already creeping. It's only like 5 hours away till it starts.
Yeah.
But with Atletico, go on.
How does the Europa League work? Like, if you drop from the Champions League into the Europa League, do you have to play the team that finished second in the last 32, or do you get a buy into the last 16?
No. You play a second team in the round of 32.
You play okay, and the team that finishes first in the Europa League group, they get a buy into the last 16.
Basically, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Which is at the moment, Man United need to win 2-0 if they want to do that. But as I said, I don't actually care.
I don't think it works like this, but
I think it does. They do. Yes. That's how the second team play. That's what happens. The second team play whoever drops down from the Champions League. That's the way it works.
And can an English team play an English team?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think they would allow that. Not straight away. Anyways, they'll try and make it more fair. Maybe in a round of 16 potentially. Yeah. But probably.
Maybe we'll see you then.
Hopefully, because I know I'd win. Might as well say it's already through. But
oh, stop it! It's not that clear cut.
If Simeone ends up getting sacked this season, or he ends up walking, like realistically, what other club would potentially who would actually take him? With the style he plays, the players he likes, what kind of league would it be beneficial for? Because I don't think it would be the Premier League. I'll tell you that for a fact. And I don't think it would like England anyways.
Yeah. I think England's seen enough of the negativity managers that sit back. Couldn't stand it. Couldn't stand like
if he does go somewhere, he's gonna go somewhere like Roma. But Jose Mourinho's on fire.
I want to correct something about the Europa League. Actually, there are 12 groups in the Europa League. The 12 first teams and 12 second teams, plus the 8 teams, I think, from the Champions League. That's around the 32. Does that make sense? It's kind of strange. It is very strange. So everybody plays around the 30.
Everybody plays whether you come first or second. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a draw. It's a draw.
Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense.
It's very strange.
Oh, fair enough. It don't bother me too much. But what's it called? Longs, what was he saying? Simeone, like, so on him and Atletico Madrid, I want to know where he realistically goes from after Atletico if they decide to get rid of him. Because are they doing bad in the league at all? I'm pretty sure they're not. They're third, aren't they?
Who? They are third. They are third or fourth. They're third or fourth. Yes.
Yeah, they're third.
Where did they go?
They're 8 points behind. 8 points behind Barcelona, joint with Real Betis, a point ahead of Sociedad. Yeah, they're third, but there's like 5 or 6 teams that are within one win away from them.
They're not Atletico of the old. Like, let's face it, they're about to lose João Felix. They do make a lot of money. They do recruit a lot of players like here and there when they need to. They always have some sort of old head in the squad, whether it's Suarez, Fernando Torres, or Diego Costa or something like that. But
They're the Tottenham Hotspur of the La Liga at the moment, aren't they? Playing miserable football.
But if I'm Atletico, I'm thinking, like, where do you go from here? How do we upgrade? How do we get further? Can we not get a bit closer to Barcelona? Like, they're supposed to be in with the levers and all this shit.
I don't think they've got good. Their finances aren't in particularly good standing, because I remember they were trying to sign. Was it Brian Hill or someone from Tottenham? And there was a problem at the last minute with like they wouldn't haggle over like £500,000 loan fee or something. I'm not sure if their finances are.
They're not in bad form. They're not in bad form, to be fair. I think they recently just lost to Barcelona. I think, was it Barcelona? No, it was Cadiz or something like that. Yeah, they recently just lost the game, which they shouldn't have lost. But they're not in bad, terrible form whatsoever. That's just that just in the Champions League, Atletico just being piss poor. The last time they actually done all right was that win against Liverpool, which was back then. But it's just
do the Atletico fans like Simeone?
Yeah, I think they love him. I think they adore him. Yeah, he's Mr. You could call him Mr. flipping Atletico Madrid. He's sustaining to where they are. Can they afford to get another manager? Can they try to change stuff up? Maybe they give him another season, regardless of who's there and who stays and who goes. Potentially, anyways. But I just don't think with this modern football and the modern player and the way things are, no one wants to play in a team like that. I know I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I know I wouldn't.
He's not going to Juventus for sure. He's an Inter or Lazio. But the other thing is that Antonio Conte, I told you that, Sean, right? Antonio Conte, they are trying to bring him
to Juventus,
and they're gonna offer him, like a big budget and to get Sergej Milinkovic-Savic from Juventus, from Lazio, and another player. So don't be surprised if Antonio Conte walks at the end of the season. Don't be,
But I'm not that I want to take this back onto Tottenham. But for me, like, there's such a standoff at the moment with everything around Tottenham Hotspur. If Conte doesn't sign a new contract, then Kane doesn't sign a new contract. Everyone wants to get behind that. Everyone in the fan base is saying, "Oh, back Conte," but he's not backing the process. At what point should it be on Tottenham's chairman to give this guy 200 million quid in January to go and buy 3 or 4 players that we need, if we don't have any resolution around whether or not Conte is going to be here? Like, would you not rather save the money? Like, for me, if we go and back him in the window in January,
you sign a contract.
He's got a contract. He's got a contract until the summer, right? But do you want to go and back? But do you want to go and give him 200 million quid to buy the players that he wants? Bearing in mind that Tottenham play 3-5-2. Most clubs in Europe, or most clubs generally, play a 4-3-3 or a back four variation. So if you're buying players with the specificities of the roles of like a right wing back rather than a right back, or a central centre back rather than someone who can play in the back four, if you're buying players to fill the positions that we need, not knowing whether or not Conte is going to be here for the next 2 years, then you either buy a jack of all trades who's like okay at the central centre back but can also fit into a future left or right sided centre back, or you trust the process and you go and buy someone that's deliberate central centre back without knowing full well whether or not the next cab off the rank managerially is even going to want to play with the back three. And most managers don't. So for me, like, I feel like I need to see a little bit more from Conte, because he is the catalyst for everything. If we back him, I understand he wants to see if we go for it in January before he commits. But if we do, then I need to see him sign a new contract in early February to calm everything down. Otherwise, like, for me, it's like a Mexican standoff with everyone pointing guns in every direction saying, I'm not signing until I know you're signing. Like, how is Tottenham going to go and sign Bastoni from Inter, for example, if Bastoni's first question is, how long is Conte going to be at Tottenham? And if we can't answer that, then why would he sign? There's so many moving pieces in that whole conversation, and it all starts and finishes with how long Conte is going to be at Tottenham. And until we know that, Tottenham's future is very much in flux, and it's a worry. So I understand what you're saying, Mo, that Juventus might offer him the world, but Tottenham have got better finances than Juventus. They might not have the same pool that Juventus has. Maybe Milinkovic-Savic would rather stay in Italy. Same with Bastoni, whatever, all those sorts of players. But Tottenham have got better money, better finances than Juve. So
yeah, but you need to show the money. That's the thing.
Well, I think we can now. I think we should.
The thing about it is that, exactly, you go to January, he signs a contract for, like, he's gonna want £15 million a year, which is I think as much as Jurgen Klopp, and he's gonna want 200 million, so you have to spend that much.
Yeah.
But not, it doesn't have to be in January. You can get him a player or two in January for 100 and then promise him players in the summer. I know what he's going to want. He's going to want a top-notch striker that is going to be worth 100 million. That's what he's going to want. That's the number one thing.
Listen, I'm someone who defends Daniel Levy. Last thing I'll say on it, I'm someone who defends Daniel Levy a lot more than most fans do, because I, think about other things, but more about the financial side. But Tottenham now are in a position where we should be able to have the cash to take a bit of a risk, and if we're ever going to take a risk, now is the time.
Yeah, because Newcastle are coming for everybody, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm serious about this Newcastle thing.
No, you're right. You're right, mate. I completely agree.
People were like sleeping on Man City. Nobody thought that Man City will be here today. When I remember in 2008, they say, yeah, they're signing that star, they're signing Robinho, they're getting the Yaya Toure because they don't want him in Barcelona, blah blah blah, all this stuff. But look at them now. People are sleeping in Newcastle. They're gonna be a force in the world. I know.
I've never seen a team where like they've made 8 or 9 signings since the new owners have come in, and basically every single one of them has come in, acclimated perfectly, hit the ground running. Like, has there been any?
They're not getting.
They made a mistake with Isaac. They made a mistake with Alexander Isaac.
We don't know that yet. We don't know yet though. But what's it called? I'm just gonna say with Newcastle. Look, I like what they're doing at the moment. I like the manager. They're a very vibesy team, but they're not getting top 4, man. They're not, bro.
I'll have a bet. I'll have a bet. A beer. Whenever I meet you, mate, a beer goes to the winner. If Newcastle make top 4,
I don't
you
drink,
owe me a
but
beer.
I'll take a juice.
Okay.
I'll take a juice. But you can have a beer. I'll have a juice.
But I'm saying
with Newcastle, they can't get in. They're not going to get into Champions League football. Look, when there's Carabao Cups, FA Cups, if they do go forward, when it gets thick and thin, the whole objective of what this whole thing applies to everybody else but Newcastle at the moment. They're in the conversation, so I'm pretty sure Newcastle fans love it. But the point of the day is, when it comes to business end of the season, why does this only apply to other teams but Newcastle at the moment? They're going to have to find a run as well. Like, don't get me wrong, they have a bare 11 plus a couple injuries here and there, mix and match. They're going to have to play loads and loads of games midweek, week in and week out. Like, they're not actually playing that great at the moment. Yeah, Aston Villa, aside from that, the last performance away from that, they did get the results that they needed to, like against your club. They didn't play that great. Against my club, they didn't actually play that great. It's hard, St. James Park, but they can't. I think they can get a European place. Not maybe Europa at max. Maybe.
I know, but they haven't got the distractions that other people have. Leagues. And they can go again in January. Like, look, the owners can pull out the checkbook and just pull out 200 million.
But look at this. Problem. You might crash out of the Champions League and the Europa League for that for you. My club might. Arsenal might. At some point, clubs will fall out. Do you get what I mean? The only players, Liverpool might fall out. Man City, I don't think they're going to fall out anytime soon because it's Man City and everything. Chelsea might fall out, but I think they've got a good history when it comes to Europe. Then there'll be less focus. And then what? Now what, bro? Like, do you get what I mean? I think Newcastle fans, I think they're all realistic, to be fair. No one's expecting to get, they'll bite your arm off if you gave them a Europa place today. Yeah. But the overrated point of them is a fucking annoyance because they play a pressing, high intensity football. And you know that, Mo. And to sustain that in your first season of doing that is difficult. And it will take a toll on them at some point because they're not used to that level of high standard training from coaches, etc., etc. And maybe I'm writing them off a little bit, but I just can't see them in the top 4 part. I'm not talking about Europa or anything like that. I'm just talking about the top 4. But I just don't think adding unnecessary pressure to them, they're going to get there at some point. Anyways, give it 2.
I see Tottenham falling out of the top 4. I see Tottenham falling out of the top 4. I think Arsenal are probably still going to be there. Obviously, City are going to be there, and the other 2 spots.
They're winning
and the other 2 spots are. I'm talking about this season, this specific season. I think the other 2 spots, 3rd, 4th, are as up for grabs as are 5th, 6th, and 7th at the moment. I can't pick between Liverpool, Chelsea, Newcastle, Man United, or Spurs.
Anyway. So predictions time. Give me your prediction for the Spurs. Marseille game, Sean. Quick.
2-1 Tottenham.
2-1 Marseille.
Lucas Moura with the winner.
2-1 Marseille, and Marseille will score first.
Yeah, Marseille might score first, but then Harry Kane gets one back, and then Lucas Moura pops up for an Ajax moment.
This has a draw written all over. To be honest, this has a draw
Marseille.
written,
and that's what they're hoping for is a draw.
I'll take a draw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Liverpool, Napoli, Cass.
I'm just gonna go against the odds, man. I don't think they're gonna get top. I think they can. I think it can definitely happen with everything. But I'm gonna actually go 3-2. 3-2 Liverpool.
I see 3-2. I see Liverpool winning this game 2-1 or 3-2 as well.
I don't
I
know
think
why,
2-2.
but like
2-2.
I think it might be a point where the Napoli manager might 2-2, might be 2-1, and he was like, "There's no point even risking my players anymore. We're through anyways. Slap on a bunch of subs, get over and done with."
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Okay.
But I bet, but I'm not joking. I know it sounds bad, but I would actually like if Liverpool came back and actually won something like the 4-0 and progressed that way. Only reason being is because
Man United.
it's just like, no. The only reason being is because it projects them more into the Champions League spots, meaning they have a greater chance of going further. Meaning in the league they're going to be even worse. So I'm winning all the time. It don't matter.
Okay. Anyway, so I can't predict the Inter game because I actually, until now, we have no idea. Are they gonna actually play the young team? Are they gonna play? First of all, the Bayern guy said that he's not gonna play the first team. There's a lot of players. He said he's ruling them out. Inter, until now, they said there is Lukaku out. He's gonna not play Dumfries. He's not gonna play Skriniar. He's not looking to play any because we have Juventus this weekend. So he's not.
Yeah,
so
good on him.
So I have no idea who's gonna play actually until this moment. Like there is no signs of who's he gonna play. But anyway, I'll say Inter lose 3-0 for this game. To be honest,
I'll go 3-1 Bayern.
Yeah, there's maybe Inter score a goal or something. But
There might be a gem.
I feel the game is gonna be a weird game.
Inter's got some good youngsters though.
We got a lot of youngsters.
But the thing is, I'm quite curious to see Bayern's youngsters on top of some of the Inter youngsters, and I think
I saw them. You saw them. They played against Pilsen the second half.
I didn't see. I didn't watch it really. I'll be honest.
And when that happened, Pilsen scored 2 and brought it back to 4-2. You know that Bayern were 4-0 up. He put in the youngsters. Pilsen brought it back to 4-2, which was very strange, by the way.
I'm going to go for 2-0 Bayern.
Yeah. So that's it, people. Make sure to hit that like if you're still here, and if you're watching us on the playback, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And
tomorrow,
what is it?
We got a fat massive preview. We've got Matisse, Have Hope, Guna Lee, and Premzi for a Chelsea versus Arsenal preview of the weekend, and that will be tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So don't miss it. 5 o'clock. So yeah, man, it'll be a lively one. 100%.
Gonna be Ty, yourself, or we don't know who.
No, I'll host it. Ty's gonna host the one on Friday. But I'll be with Matisse, Have Hope, Guna Lee, and Premzi. So yeah, man, tomorrow at 5 o'clock.
It'll be great, guys. Just tune in, and it'll be great. And we'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching us. We really appreciate your support, and thank you so much. We'll see you soon.